Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Sunday morning, bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through Memorial Day weekend. Big shout out to anybody who has served or currently serving in the U.S. military. I support you. I thank you. Let's get into our study group for warriors, my hardcore heads. If you're new to the channel, this is how we get down every single Sunday. I basically just go over my notes. I study every single day. It's part of the program that I live, that I coach, that I mentor. I preach it on every video. Studying is just part of it. That's one small little part of it. Study every day, relentlessly, no matter what. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if I lose a job or get dumped by a girlfriend. Or I don't care if I win the lottery. I don't care what happens. I study every day. Let's get into this. Here's a couple tips on how not to be so overwhelmed. Some people get really overwhelmed. It's easy to be overwhelmed in today's society. There's so much going on around us all the time. It's interesting how we block things out with our vision biologically, the way our eyes are set up. They're very close together in front of our heads, and the way our pupil is, and the way that we track spots and details. We block out like 75% of the world intentionally, on purpose. You're missing out on the vast majority of what's going on around you at all times, and you have to do that or else you'd go crazy. You wouldn't be able to take in all the information that's going around. But how do we not be so overwhelmed? Because this is a problem for some people. So it's real simple. You want to create order in your life, and you want to be more adaptable. Those two things, order and adaptability. You want to focus on those two things. Order can be looked at as basically prioritization and cleaning up. Those two aspects you can start with. You can prioritize your life, make lists, get yourself a notepad, write down your daily chores, write down your goals, write down your hopes and your dreams. Do this relentlessly every single day and live by it. It will give you some order, some consistency to your path. Learn to prioritize what's important and what doesn't matter. Learn to clean up. You can start like Jordan Peterson says. I love Jordan Peterson. Start by cleaning your room. There's a good thing to do. You can start right now. Start today. Clean your room so it's spotless, so it's perfect. Clean your whole house that way and keep it that way. Make sure there's never any dishes sitting in your sink. Make sure the counters are always wiped down. You could lick them clean at all points. Make sure your floor is always clean. Your bathrooms are always clean. This will help you with your mentality. It's not just being tidy, playing maid around the house. This is how to not be so overwhelmed in the world. When you come home after a long day's work, when the world has tried to beat you down, Babylon has tried to beat you down, you'll have a sense of peace in your sanctuary. Make your mind a sanctuary. Let's move on to the next one. The transformation of your soul can only take place when you submit and are obedient to God. So, for me, I started this path a long time ago. And the first way that I got on this path, the very first thing that happened for me, wasn't that I went sober. That was important, and I had to do that. And if you want to get your life together, you're going to have to go sober. And it wasn't that I got into the gym and started working out, because I did do that. And if you want to get your life together, you're going to have to get in the gym, and you're going to have to start working out and become the healthiest, strongest version of you. I did a lot of things for myself. I even started going to therapy. But that wasn't the beginning of the transformation. We're talking about the actual transformation. How did I get to where I am now? I went through some motions that were suggested to me. Okay, you do this, you do that, you do the other thing, I'll try it. Nothing else is working for me in life, so I'll try whatever people say at this point, and that's where I was. But I didn't really start getting traction under my feet, and I didn't really start having things happen for me until I submitted, I humbled up, and I submitted to God. I developed a relationship with a higher power. And that relationship was hierarchical, where I am the servant. I am the soldier. I'm not the general. I'm not the shot caller. I had to step down from my post. I wasn't a good leader. I wasn't a good king. I realized I'm a better soldier than a general. You tell me what to do, you give me some orders, and I can do it. And that's where I started this journey, was with that mentality. And within 2 years, I started my company, Sinister City Motorcycles, my Sinister shirt on today. A year after that, I got in national magazines and got worldwide attention. Things were happening to me like faster than I could even imagine. But this is where it starts. This is where you begin. Let's go to the next one. Avoid negativity. That's just a note I wrote down for myself. Avoid negativity. It's a good one to think about. It's easy to not pay attention and to have negativity infect us. Vaccinate yourself from negativity every single day. Here's a bit of advice for you men. If you want to be a confident man, dominant alpha male, as people say. My nose is running a little bit, I don't know why. You have to learn to be confident in your killing. Get yourself a gun and go to the shooting range. Take a karate class, a boxing class. Carry a weapon with you wherever you go. Are you walking around unarmed? Why? Because you think that you can handle things? At the very least, know that you're dangerous and you have the ability to murder somebody. You can end someone's life if you want to. And you're not going to cry over it. You're not going to be in therapy over it. You can do that. Be a stone cold killer. But be under control. Be ready, be armed, but be in control. You walk into a room, you size every man up in the room, you know you can kill every single person in that room easily with your bare hands or with the knife in your pocket or the gun that's in your waistband. You know you can. If I wanted to, everybody here would be dead. But you're in control. You're not a crazy murderer. You can be honest, trustworthy, capable, loving, kind, all the best things of manhood, but be able to kill an animal or kill a human if you have to. And that kind of confidence is noticeable. It's attractive. Let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about beliefs. Here's some things I can believe in and some things that I can't believe in. I can believe in UFOs. I can get down with UFOs, and I like that. I can believe in aliens. I can believe in the idea that there's little green men in the, in the moon or living on Mars or wherever they're at. And I could believe in the idea that there's little spaceships made out of whatever, space metal or whatever they're made out of. I can believe in angels. That sounds far-fetched. Not everybody can believe in that. I can, though. I've had some experiences which, that's all it could be in my mind. It had to be angels. I can believe in Jesus, but I didn't always believe in that. I had to study that for a long time, and I came to a conclusion that, yeah, this is plausible. I can believe in that. But I can't believe in Bigfoot. I want to believe in Bigfoot. I've watched every Bigfoot documentary. I've seen all the footage. I can't believe it. I can't. It doesn't make any damn sense. It just doesn't seem like it's possible. Prove me wrong, but I can't believe it. I'm not with you. The Loch Ness Monster, nope. Now I know if you probably talked to some Scottish fisherman who's out on the loch every day, he'd tell you Nessie was real, but I'm not buying it. Makes no sense to me. I can't believe in that crap. And ghosts, I'm on the fence with ghosts. I think ghosts are possible, but there's a major flaw with the ghost theory, and that's, is being a ghost purgatory? Why do people become ghosts? And if there is this ghost realm, does everyone that dies become a ghost? And if they do, wouldn't the ghost realm be massively overcrowded? Elbow to elbow. Think about how many people that have died since the beginning of time. Are they all ghosts? Only some of them? Oh, it's purgatory. Is that a Christian fantasy? Or ghosts just a Christian fantasy? And if you're not a ghost, if you're not a Christian, you don't get to be a ghost? What if you're Muslim? They don't have Muslim ghosts or Jewish ghosts or Buddhist ghosts? I don't know what I think about ghosts. I'm on the fence with that. Let's go to the next one. Isn't it interesting how Christians constantly criticize each other? They sit there and make these videos. There's all kinds of videos of criticizing Jordan Peterson, criticizing Russell Brand, criticizing anybody who says they're a Christian. They criticize each other. You have these televangelists, these hustlers, criticizing each other. Who's the holiest? Who follows the Bible the best? It's like this massive hunt for fake Christians. What the hell's up with that shit, man? Why do you care what another man believes? Just study the Bible, you know, how you study it. Why do you care what he's reading? Here's some more beliefs. People believe in fake conspiracy theories, and it's confusing on why. The birds aren't real theory was invented as a joke, as an online joke. And the guy who invented it, this kid, I forget his name, he invented the theory. It came from one person, he invented it. And he admitted that it was a complete and total joke, and he did it in order to fuck with people, to prove how dumbass people can be, how dumb people can be when they fucking follow this stupid shit. But people believe it. And I had a guy just the other day argue the point with a serious look on his face that birds weren't real, that birds were drones invented by the government that are designed to, you know, run surveillance on us. Now, I ate a half a chicken last night. I didn't catch any wires or mechanical pieces as I tore into that thing. Bought one of those rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. Didn't look like a robot to me. The funny thing is it's been admitted, people admitted that the theory was made up. I made it up, it's all a lie, guys. It's a lie. The same thing with the QAnon. That whole QAnon thing was made up as a lie. It was made up as a joke, and the guy admitted to it. And there's people that believe it. They'll kill for it. People believe that HAARP, you know about HAARP? H-A-A-R-P, I think that's what it is. It's a big electronic grid of like antennas up in Alaska, and people say that it controls the weather. And there's pretty strong beliefs about how evil HAARP is, and you can't convince people out of it. A lot of people believe that Prince Charles, or King Charles, I should say, I'm having a hard time getting used to that, King Charles, that he's a vampire. Now that's a little more plausible. Did you know that King Charles was actually related, you can trace his bloodlines, related to Vlad the Impaler? That's what I've heard. So that's a question. Maybe that one's true. You have simulation theory, you have the earth is flat, you have all these weird theories that people latch onto. Simulation theory, when I research it, it's just made up by some guy. It's not in the Bible. It's not in these history books. It's made up by one person, and some people latched onto it. It's just some shit made up by some person. And there's people that say, oh, well, it's pretty much, that's what's going on. There's more chance of a simulation than not. The whole idea, where'd you come up with simulation theory? It was just invented by one guy. It's just a theory for atheists who think life has no meaning. That's what simulation theory is. It's a bunch of little depressed people that have no meaning and purpose in their life, so they think, oh, what's it all for? This isn't even real. This isn't even real. Go talk to like a Native American Indian. like a tribal dude. Someone who has that mentality. I don't know if you're going to find a Native American. They're hard to find, aren't they? They'll laugh at the whole notion that this is a simulation. They'll think that's the dumbest shit ever. Let's move on to the next one. Here's a bit of advice we can end here. Never trust anyone without a sense of humor. If someone doesn't have a sense of humor, they're most likely evil. They're not worth shit. You ever meet anybody who isn't really that funny and doesn't really laugh at jokes and they don't really understand jokes, and you tell a joke and they just kind of sit there with this dumb look on their face like they're not getting it? They don't really laugh at movies. They don't laugh at life. They're always like, oh, that's fucked up, man. Shut up. Learn to have more fun. Smart people, intelligent people, laugh more. Dumb people don't. Dumb people are just angry and sad. That's pretty much what they do all the time. They're just mad and sad. Learn to laugh a little bit more. Have a good week.